We've got the KPM 1500 horsepower fuel system installed on my 24 Dark Horse with a Whipple Supercharger on there. This fuel system right here is going to be upgrading that single pump setup to 2 high-flow Bosch Motorsport pumps, along with the KPM controller and their wiring harness. This is going to allow us to support the power this car is making and not drop fuel pressure. What's up, Team Lethal fans? Mustang King in the house. It's a glorious Thursday morning. We're next door at WBA Performance, and today we're going to be installing the KPM 1500 horsepower fuel system on my 24 Dark Horse with the Whipple Supercharger on it. We did a full overview of the fuel system. Make sure to check that video out, subscribe, hit that like button. We're going to get going on this. It's probably going to take us a few hours. We're going to do a step-by-step install of the fuel system. So let's go ahead, have some fun. So this fuel system right here is going to be upgrading that single pump setup to 2 high-flow Bosch Motorsport pumps, along with the KPM controller and their wiring harness. This is going to allow us to support the power this car is making and not drop fuel pressure down the track. Now, the reason why we're going with this, it is a full replacement to the factory returnless style fuel system. It's going to keep it returnless since there is no custom tuning available. This will work perfect with the factory PCM and tuning from Whipple that's on the car to help us support that power that we're making. Now, we're running the exact calibration that everyone else out there gets with a stage 2 setup from Whipple Superchargers. There are no changes being made to that calibration to run this fuel system on here. Also want to note, these fuel systems are rated for different types of fuel. So whether you're running gasoline, race fuel, or ethanol-based fuels, this system is designed for it, will support it, and handle it just fine. Big shout out to Marty and Chris over at TurboSmart who are involved in the KPM fuel systems. I was actually hanging out with Chris and a whole bunch of dudes last night, and gals. Letitia Hughes and her daughter were in town. We had a great night. We FaceTime Marty. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting Lethal Performance through all of our adventures, guys. You're the best. So rock and roll time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Disconnect the battery. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, we go. Here we go. A lot of guys probably wondering, why are we installing a fuel system on this car, even though we've got the fuel pump voltage booster on there and the Whipple calibration? Well, we maxed out the factory fuel pumps at the track last time. Fuel pressure was dropping to like 20 PSI. So not only are we doing the fuel system, we're going to swap out the Whipple Supercharger pulley for the Lethal Performance Grip Tech setup right here. Check that out. We're going to go with a 3625 pulley. I've got a 20% lower on there. Probably make around 20 pounds of boost, and again, the ultimate goal is to run an 8 with a full weight Dark Horse handling package car. Stock suspension. Crazy, huh? Take a look at this, guys. We've got the factory fuel pump assembly out of the car. I removed the Fuel Plus that we had installed there. I'll show you the differences between the stock one and the KPM one. Realistically, looking at them, they don't look much different. Again, really nice construction. The KPM one has a very similar style to it with a plastic housing to it. The level center is going to bolt up just fine. Very similar connectors on the top and outlet. However, the main difference is obviously this one has 2 high-flow Bosch pumps, where the factory fuel pump assembly has 1 factory pump in there. Also want to note, we're going to be dealing with fuel right now. There's a section of the install where we need to actually change the fitting on the end of the siphon line that comes from the passenger side tank to the driver's side tank because of the different size fittings on the assembly. Factory assembly is larger here, where the KPM fuel system for the siphon line is smaller. So we're going to be using a heat gun being very careful since we're working around fuel. I don't have much in there at all right now, but guys, a very important step. You want to be very careful always when working around fuel. Already disconnected the negative battery terminal on the vehicle, but you want to be careful using any type of heat gun or any flame around fuel, and that's what we're going to do. So they sent me in to do the job. I've got to put this 90-degree fitting onto the factory line using a heat gun to soften up the line, pull the factory fitting off and install this one. Then we're going to crimp it on, and then it should clip right on to this. And again, that's how fuel is drawn from the passenger tank to stay to the driver's side tank. Heat gun, pull it off, and then it's going to be going on. Got it, same way, basically. It goes in the same direction. Since you bought yesterday, actually I'll just give you your... Insane. Good job, guys. Look how nice and neat this stuff is. Beautiful. All OEM style connections on the end and stuff like that. Solid. The instruction's pretty good. So, yeah. Proper detail on this thing, man. It's funny, when I told TJ we're doing this fuel system, I was like, yo, can you just give us a little space and some tools so we can film this install? Joe and I are gonna be doing it together, and now I'm just sitting back watching TJ do the work. Thanks, TJ, appreciate it, man. Thanks. Let's cover the instructions, guys. A lot of companies out there don't supply any instructions at all, but KPM Fuel Systems, with the actual system itself, comes with a really nice card and a QR code on it, which goes to their website, to the instructions, and it lists all the instructions for all the different vehicles and systems that they have, including the S650 Mustang. And I caught word, a little rumor, that they're going to be launching a system for the 2020 and up GT500 soon, so make sure to check that out.
Any better than the next system there?
No. Well, for you guys out there that want to stay returnless and support big horsepower, it's a great system for you guys, for sure. Obviously, there's return style setups. Just consult your tuner. Depending on the horsepower that you're trying to make, the fuel that you guys want to use, your tuner will recommend what system you should go with. All right, people, there you have it. We've got the KPM 1500 horsepower fuel system installed on my 24 Dark Horse with a Whipple Supercharger on there. The install wasn't too bad at all. Actually, for me, it was very difficult watching TJ do all the work. He did a wonderful job. I'm going to say the install takes about 3 to 4 hours, depending on your capabilities. But all in all, it wasn't difficult. The most difficult part was probably pulling off the panels, running the wiring from behind the passenger and driver's side seats, all the way up to the engine bay, to the battery. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The directions were really good. Thank you guys over at KPM. Now it's time to get this car all cleaned up, filled up with some good E30R, and get to the track next week for probably our last cold front. See how it does. I want to go 8s. Big shout out, KPM Fuel Systems, WBA Performance, and if you guys have any questions about this fuel system or any other fuel system that KPM offers, feel free to reach out to us at 561-753-8105 on the Mustang King. Now, get out of here!
Jared! I go poopy! Ah! Here it is, the end of Jared, about to happen.
Reminds me of when I got my vasectomy. They cut the hole in the thing and then pulled my, my balls through before giving me the snip. That poor nurse, she grabbed my nuts through the thing. Anyways, you're doing a great job with the vasectomy over there, TJ. Wonderful job.
That was a hard install for you, wasn't it, Jared?
It's rough, man. I'm wiped out. Long day. It's draining watching you do the install, TJ. It's draining.
Draining watching you.
Draining, bro. I'm wiped out. I need a nap. Yeah, there's a lot of, dude, don't show how dirty this car is, bro. That's totally terrible. Yeah. It's really bad. Shows how much I care about my possessions, right? Sorry, guys. Filthy car. It's really dirty.
Sorry.
I promise to clean it up.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, TJ.
Sorry, TJ. Yeah. Not only am I the Mustang King, I've also been known to be the Wire King as well. Shout out to Rick Paez, old school SVT Performance Cobra guy, who actually designed the booster pump.
There's a tool for that.
The booster pump wiring upgrade kit. He designed it and then handed it off to us. And I'm the one that continue making it. Love you, Rick. The fuel, baby. Right?
Well, while you're doing that, you want to get this tape the rest of the way off?
Do you want me to get the tape the rest of the way off?
If you can get the tape the rest of the way off, you
Why don't you just put a knife up in there and cut a little bit of it?
You got a knife, go for it, man.
Of course. This is my, is it a Halon blade? This is pretty dope, by the way. This is a great knife. My wife got it for me off of Amazon. It's got replaceable stainless, they're like razor blades. This thing is the baddest knife I've ever owned. This thing is dope. All right, so let's see if I can do this.
Cut the wire.
I'm not gonna cut the wire, I'm cutting the tape.
Bro, it's like you've had to wear condoms before.
Halon, available now on Amazon.
Is that how you take your condoms off and slice them down the middle?
Yeah. Guys, phone lines are open. We're taking orders for these KPM fuel systems right now. Reach out to us at 561-753-8105. Woo!
Horse by Miller Welding.